The people of Westeros are mainly descended from three great human tribes that came to the continent thousands of years before the Song of Ice and Fire. These were the first men, the Andals and the Rhoynars. Moreover, thou on the Iron Throne are appointed King of the Andals, Rhoynars and First Men. Let me tell you more today about the first great migration and those called the First Men. The Maesters believe that the First Men came to Westeros about 12,000 years before Aegon's conquest. Westeros was then inhabited by the Children of the Forest, but they willingly invited people to live among them. With the development of their civilization, people began to build more and more cities and villages. For this, they needed building materials, and people who were not familiar with the culture of the Children of the Forest also cut down weirwoods that were growing all over Westeros. These trees were sacred in the culture of the Children of the Forest, thus human ignorance was the spark that started the conflict between these races. The Children of the Forest fought valiantly, using not only weapons made of bones, wood and obsidian, but also magic that allowed them to take control of the wild nature, such as lions, bears, pumas or elephants. But the people were stronger and dressed in armor. They also wielded bronze weapons. On horses, the First Men managed to overcome the enemy. Losing, the mages of the Children of the Forest called for help. The elements later sank the Dorn Arm, connecting Eso and Westeros by land. But that didn't stop the war and the bloodshed, although the victims were noticeable on both sides. The population of the Children of the Forest suffered more. In the end, the feuding parties agreed by signing a pact that allowed them to coexist. On the island where the pact was concluded, the Children of the Forest carved their faces on all the trees so that their gods would witness this event. Which is why this island later got the name Isle of Faces. Over time, people abandoned the beliefs brought from Essos and accepted the faith of the Children of the Forest. And these taught them to use ravens to send messages over long distances. About 8,000 years before Aegon's conquest, there was a very harsh winter that lasted for years. During it, something strange happened. In Westeros and probably in Essos also. There was a long night, lasting an entire generation. In the middle of the night, demonic creatures of unknown natures appeared, called Others. Martin compared these creatures to the mythological Celtic race Seed, which seemingly resembled humans but has supernatural abilities. The Others fought with ice swords and were also able to raise the dead to continue their battle as ghosts. Completely unprepared people and the Children of the Forest were forced to retreat to the south of Westeros. The final defeat of the Others was determined by the discovery that the obsidian, also called dragonglass, is capable of killing them once and for all. According to the northern legends, the enigmatic figure called the Last Hero formed the Night's Watch, and together with his companions drove the Others in the Battle of Dawn to the land of eternal winter in the far north. In order to prevent another unexpected invasion, the First Men decided to build a wall separating them from the lands of the north. Its initiator and chief architect was Brandon Stark, also known as Brandon the Builder, who later also founded House Stark. In later years, the First Men spread throughout Westeros and lived in disorganized clans or groups. Later, when the Andals came to Westeros, they quickly conquered the lands of the First Men. If you enjoy our content, consider subscribing to the channel. Leave ideas for future videos in the comments down below.